Yo, what's up, warriors? How are you guys? So, Joel, is it normal to get more headaches when you're stressed? Great question. Great question. This one's from Deborah. So, thank you, Deborah, for posting this in the comments of the videos. The three topics we're going to cover today: how often do I get headaches? Number two, do they increase when I get stressed? And number three, what do I do to manage them? So, guys, headaches are a big part of my life. It was obviously a gigantic symptom of mine prior to having brain surgery. And since having surgery, for those of you warriors who've had it, you know that the headache can definitely come thick and fast. Um, Without it being a pity party and poor me, I have a headache pretty much every day. Um, and it's funny, I always joke with my fiance, I feel hungover every single day of my life, um, without the fun of the drinking the night prior. So it just is what it is. And I also mentioned this in part of my videos. Like, I may sound like I'm complaining or I'm whinging about headaches, but I could also not be here. So, yeah, it's I'd rather have headaches and be here than be one of those cases where we sadly succumb to our brain tumor or our brain cancer. Um, so point number two, do my headaches get worse when I get stressed? Absolutely. I find when I'm stressed for whatever a number of reasons, it could be that I'm hungry, haven't enough food. It could be that I'm dehydrated. It could be that my workload is massive. I've got a son who's running around. There's lots of things that can stress me out, and just the fatigue and the stress and the neurological stress of being in a brain surgery recovery can all increase our stress. And yeah, my headaches definitely get worse. And it's funny, I literally just went to a physio then to get some massage and dry needling and some natural therapies to help release all the tension in my neck. Because of my ataxia, I kind of shuffle a little bit, and because the left hand side of my body is uncoordinated, it tightens up, and it can give me headaches on top of all the other things that I just rattled off before. So yeah, I try and get some form of physical manipulation, physio, chiro, massage, dry needling, acupuncture, as regularly as I possibly can, sort of once a month, to try and free this really tight area up and stop it from pulling down and giving me these headaches. Other things, interesting things about me as well. I find that if I go longer than 3 or 4 hours without eating, I get really severe headaches. And I mentioned this to my GP when I was in rehab, and she mentioned that you can get hunger headaches. So I find that when I do eat a meal, the headache does dissipate and get less intense, which is absolutely great. I also, you may or may not know, I have issues and struggles with my swallowing. So I find it hard to get as much liquid and water into my diet as I would like. And I find that dehydration for me has a massive role on my headaches. And if I do notice a bit of a headache coming on or my headache getting worse, I will focus on drinking some more water. And I can't drink it very quickly. I can't scull it like I used to get rid of a headache. I just have to sip it all day long. And a simple quick remedy around staying hydrated, just have a bottle near you. And always know where your water's coming from. Like at the moment, I just quickly rushed to sit down on my laptop and film these videos. I don't actually have a water bottle here, so I'm actually being a hypocrite and contradicting myself. But I usually always have a massive 1 litre water bottle with me all the time, and I'm just sipping on that all day to keep me hydrated. And once I finish this video, I'll nick off and I'll grab my water just so I can practice what I preach and hopefully prevent any headache coming along. Because yeah, I feel great from the massage, and I want to keep the benefits of that. So, guys, point three: how do I manage my headaches? Considering I have them all day long. I used to be a bit of a hippie, and I used to be, no, I'm not taking any medication. If my headaches get bad enough, I will take ibuprofen. I will take paracetamol. It kind of is what it is. Um, I'm not saying have a dependency on them, but I will use them when I need to. But I also try and tick all the other boxes first. So I I try and reduce my stress. And as you guys may know from other videos, and I'll post a link in the video here for a video I talk about meditation. And one of my good friends, Chibs, CHIB for Bob S, he has a YouTube channel with amazing meditations on there. So I meditate every day. The first thing I do when I wake up is I go to Chibs' YouTube page and I play a short 8, 9 or 10 minute version of one of his meditations before I go to work. And this really brings my stress levels down and calms my nervous system and is my first line of defense from preventing a headache for the day. The second one, as I just mentioned before, is I always ensure I am not hungry. So I will have a big, solid, hearty breakfast, and I'll eat 4 every 3 hours thereafter. Because I know when I start to get hungry, I start to get a headache, and it's really preventable, but also the headaches are annoying. So I always plan out my food every day. I've always got Tupperware. And it's funny, the girls at work always joke. They're like, oh, you got so many Tupperware containers. And it's because I know if I don't plan my meals and have my meals close by, the headaches just become so overpowering and I can't concentrate and I can't be productive. And guys, not only the meditation and the food, but also the water, the hydration. I don't drink alcohol too much because that kind of counteracts and dehydrates me even further. Don't get me wrong, I love a wine with my fiance just to chill out and take the edge off. But I do everything I can because it is so hard to get liquid in my body. I maintain that 9 times out of 10, anytime I do drink liquid, it is water because I want to build myself back up and I want to hydrate myself and I want to prevent these headaches because they are incredibly annoying. And genetically I do get migraines. My dad suffers with migraines and they're horrible. When my headache is that bad that it's a migraine, I have to literally sit myself in a room, pull the blinds down, turn the lights off and just sit there in the dark. And a little side note, little bonus I guess, piece of content that I haven't written down in my notes, I actually get a migraine with an aura and what's called kaleidoscope vision. I used to get them quite regularly. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a headache that comes on and in the peripheral vision of mine, I can see little like hypercolor worms. It's really quite bizarre to trying to describe to someone who hasn't had it. But if you have had a kaleidoscope vision headache before, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just Google it. It's like the peripheries of your vision have these little hypercolor worms. And it can become quite overwhelming. I remember when I first started to get them, it was really, really, really scary. It does make you really worried and quite paranoid, but after about half an hour, it does go away. But I was talking to an optometrist a few months back, and she's like, "Yeah, it's a headache, with visual disturbances." So, yeah, that's another reason I try to do everything I can to avoid headaches. Because when I get a kaleidoscope vision headache, I'm really not productive. I can't do much, and it's extra stress on my fiance and the people I'm working with because I'm kind of like sitting there, pardon me, having a bit of a freak out. So yeah, guys, just to wrap up the video, like the 3 things I do to get rid of headaches when I do increase from stress is meditation, hydration, and also food. If I've ticked those 3 boxes and it's still there, I will have ibuprofen and I will have paracetamol. Don't be afraid to use, pharmaceutical enhancements to provide your everyday life with a bit of a boost and a bit of a, we go through enough being brain tumor warriors, as you know. We may have ataxia, may have dysphagia, we may have diplopia, we may have cognitive issues. If there's a little pill we can do to get rid of a headache, why not? In moderation. I always think, coming from someone in the past who was, as I mentioned before, a bit of a hippie and was like, no to 2 pills and tablets. You can take one every now and then to kind of make your day better. Why not? Guys, I just want to wrap up the video by saying if you have any chemo, radiotherapy or a treatment coming up where you've got an MRI or MRI results on the horizon, I wish you nothing but the best and good luck. And if you do suffer from headaches and if you've got any other little hacks around getting around them, please pop it in the comments below so me and other viewers can learn from your ways. And I'll talk to you all in the next one, guys. All right, peace.